Look, I don't think this is such a hot idea.
Look, will you be quiet? I'm trying to concentrate down here.
It's a violation.
We're not going to steal anything.
But it's Gerald's project. I mean, it's almost...
You're about to say dishonest. You of all... I don't want to hear that. Not from you, baby. All right? Now, I've got to find out if the disc is in here or not. Now, you shut up. Where was I? All right.
Well, it sure is taking you long enough.
1 minute you don't want me to do it. Now I'm not fast enough. Now what is it with you?
I remember when you used to crack those things in 2 seconds flat.
Yeah, well, good living's made me soft.
Yeah, senile.
I'll give you senile.
Okay, I'll cancel your reservation at the retirement home. Is it there? Safe. I feel I should say a prayer of thanks.
Well, let's lock it up first.
Well, yeah. There's no chance I can get back to the party. Why don't I take you out for a drink someplace?
Well, thank you anyway, but I'm not ready to close this case just yet.
Yeah, but the disc is safe. What else is there to worry about?
I have a few more questions for our junkie friend. First, I want to find out what he was doing here. Secondly, if he knew Gerald. I only wanted to look at the disc just before I got heavy with him.
Well, I didn't want that drink anyway. Look, why don't we head on down to headquarters? You can talk to the guy.
No need. He's doing cold turkey in the next room. Bert, bring him in, will you?
Oh, I get to see our police commissioner in action. Hmm?
Well, I'm sure you'll recognize some of the tactics, a few little things I picked up in the field.
Field training, my favorite 3 months.
How did you ever get through that?
Oh, I made a few promises to the OIC.
All of which you kept, I'm sure.
Of course not. What sort of girl do you take me for?
A bloody clever one. Oh.
Johnny, Commissioner, we weren't able to get much more out of him.
Keep telling him, man. Give me a cigarette to tell you what you want to know.
Mm-hmm.
See, it's like I'm real hooked on nicotine.
Anybody have a cigarette?
Here you go.
Thanks. I thought you were having a nicotine fit.
Yeah, it's not my brand.
Yeah, let's get past all of this. Right, let's get down to it.
Yeah, I told you, I didn't hit that old dude.
I say you did.
So lock me up?
I plan to. Just as soon as I find out what you were doing here and what you got.
Nothing.
No drugs?
No, I don't do that stuff.
Really? Well, what do we got here? I haven't seen this many tracks since Union Station. Now admit it, you're a dope head.
All right, so maybe I am, man, but I didn't get nothing if that's what you're after.
You didn't take anything?
Your boy searched me. What more do you want?
After you left, we found syringes in this sock. He got them from the lab down the hall.
Okay. Take him to HQ and book him, and then I want to check down his record, see what else you can find.
You'll be here?
At home or the hospital. I've got to talk to Gerald before we can do anything else.
All right, I'll be in touch. Come on, Carl, let's get him out of here. Let's go.
Well, he seems legitimate. If you can call a junkie legitimate.
Yeah, well, those needle marks were real enough, all right. But let's not be fooled. We know what lengths the opposition will go to.
So you think it's still not a coincidence?
Not until I talk to Gerald.
I can always tell when I've had too much coffee.
You find it hard to get to sleep?
No, the exact opposite. I literally pass out.
How about another nightcap?
Great. Great, as long as it doesn't have any coffee in it.
Brandy?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I am so glad that Gerald didn't get seriously hurt. Grant would have been devastated.
Yes, I've noticed how close they've become.
Yes, it's strange, isn't it? Grant's attachment for Gerald. I know they knew each other before, but their lives have gone in such different directions.
But that doesn't mean the friendship has to die, though.
No, I know. It's more than a friendship, though, I think.
You mind?
Well, yes, I shouldn't, though, should I? It's just the time he spends with him. Could be spending it with me.
You have your whole lives ahead of you.
I know. I keep telling myself that. But it's just, sometimes when I get jealous, I can't control myself.
Yes, I noticed you have the same trouble with anger sometimes.
Yes. When I get mad,
Anxiety.
Anxiety, anger, jealousy, you name the emotion, I have trouble with it.
No doubt about it. You're certainly a woman of extremes.
Was it so terrible? Grant said that that's what first attracted him to me.
Sure, that's what he finds exciting in you, but I suppose every now and then a little moderation might help.
Any moderation would help.
So, why don't you do something about it?
I try, I really do. I say just keep it all inside. Just don't react at all. Swallow your pride for a moment.
Right, think about the other people.
You're right, I'm selfish.
Oh, I didn't say that.
No, I know, I did, because it's true. When I made that big pass for Jimmy Lee, I didn't think about Grant. I didn't think about the possible repercussions. I didn't even think about Jimmy Lee's feelings. I just did it.
And you suffered the consequences. So just forget about it. Put it behind you. Like you have to do with your feelings of jealousy for Professor Gerald.
You make it sound so easy.
If only it were. Still, once you make a decision, you have to live with it.
Easy for you, maybe.
No, you know how difficult it was for me with Robert. But really, once you make a decision, you have to make the best of it. You never know. You might enjoy it.
I'm sorry, no visitors.
I'm the police commissioner. I have Dante's permission.
It's all right, nurse.
All right, but only for a moment. 2 minutes. Thank you.
Well, how do you feel, Professor?
I'll feel a lot better if you tell me the disc is safe.
It is.
In your safe where it belongs.
How did you manage to...
Oh, Robert's just an expert with tumblers. Do you know, I think he sandpapers his fingers at night before he goes to bed.
I keep forgetting how multi-talented you both are.
Unfortunately, we're having a spot of trouble piecing together exactly what happened in the lab tonight.
Well, that makes 2 of us. Or should I say 3?
Well, why don't you tell us what happened? Now, our biggest question is how the security curtain was broken.
It wasn't.
But you were found in the lab.
Yes. I went back in there to put away some of my files, and I guess I know I left the door open.
What were you thinking?
Obviously, I wasn't.
Professor, once again, I have got to remind you how important it is to follow our security instructions.
Especially at this point. You have to be constantly vigilant.
Definitely at this point. Now that your disc is complete.
Well, I don't think we'll have any more problems, because I have a constant reminder to keep on my toes.
What's that?
This rather large bump at the back of my head.
Still, you have got to be extremely careful. You can't let anyone in that lab, and I don't care if you trust them with your life. They are not to go in that lab.
I understand.
I hope you do. There's a lot riding on these final weeks.
Believe me, Mr. Scorpio, no one is more aware of that than I.
Shame on you, Doctor. I thought I said no visitors.
Well, you know, official business. We got Dante's permission.
I'm only kidding, Commissioner. You have every right to be here. In fact, perhaps I'm the one who's intruding.
No, that's all right. We're finished here.
As a matter of fact, I would like to have a check you later.
Certainly. Just as soon as I finish my rounds, all right?
Sure.
Great. We'll meet you in the cafeteria.
Good.
You take care.
From now on, you can be sure I will.
Well,
Robert.
front desk said that we'd find you here. Hello, Natalie. How are you?
Yes, Commissioner. Hello.
You both know Connie Town.
Yes. How are you, Connie?
I believe so.
Yes, we met the other day at the university.
Yes, when I was covering for you while you were on your honeymoon.
Right.
I'm surprised you're here this late.
Oh, I'm just a pushover, I'm afraid. Today I'm covering for a respiratory therapist. And Grant told me about Gerald, so I asked him to stop in.
I see.
We hate to ask you to repeat your story again, but in your own words, could you tell us what happened?
Now, as I understand, you were picking up Gerald for our dinner party.
Yes, he asked me to meet him at the lab. I had just gotten there, the door was open, and I found the professor unconscious on the floor. I was just about to call for help when the security guard showed up.
Do you recall the time?
I'm sorry, Robert, I didn't look at my watch.
Did you see anybody else in the vicinity?
No, no one.
Did anything seem out of place to you?
I wouldn't really know, Connie. It's the professor's lab, not mine.
Grant, how long were you with the professor before the security guard showed up?
How long?
Yeah,
A minute, maybe 2.
before the guard showed up.
Yes, I was checking his pulse and his condition.
I see. Well, nothing new.
Yeah, thanks for your time, Grant.
I'm sorry I couldn't be of more help, Robert.
Oh, as I understand it, Celia's at our house.
Well, last I heard she was.
Well, do you have a lift, or can I give you a ride?
No, I came in the ambulance. A ride is exactly what I need.
This way.
Thank you. And good night, Natalie.
Good night. The thing is...
Yeah?
Thing is that
Husbands are like a favorite pair of shoes.
You've had too much to drink, Collie.
When the soles wear out, you don't throw them away, you just get them resold.
No. I don't think I understand your point.
You're right.
I am?
Yes, I have had too much to drink, and I'm not making any sense whatsoever.
No. Well, that's all right. I wouldn't understand you anyway if you're making sense. I'm too tired.
You know, I really thought that at least one of them would have showed up by now.
Well, you know, if you just get me a blanket, I will camp out right here.
I could drive you home.
No. In your condition?
Good point. Good point. Well, I could make us another nightcap.
Well, evening, ladies.
Oh, it's early morning.
Huh?
Morning. Goodness, holy smokes, it is. Well, that's why I'm going to take Celia home. Come along, darling.
Yeah, what have you two been up to?
I wonder.
There you go. You take these, and I'll take this, and Holly and Robert.
I'll call you in the morning.
Okay, but
I'm
late.
very sorry.
Make it
Another one
about
of those.
Mind how you go.
Don't make it what?
Good night. Be careful where you pick up there. Bye-bye.
Some night.
Okay, give us some details.
Oh, too many unanswered questions. All right, we've established the fact that security wasn't broken. I mean, Gerald himself admitted to leaving the lab door open.
Do you know who hit him?
At this moment, it would appear to be a junkie.
Oh, looking for drugs. Robert?
What?
You're worried about something, aren't you?
Yeah, I don't know. There's too many loose ends. Question marks. Maybe the whole thing was a coincidence. On the other hand, maybe somebody was hanging about, waiting for something to happen, looking for an opportunity. Oh, I'm not sure.
Well, the day's over, so you should just try and forget about it.
Oh, that feels good.
Good.
But I know something that's gonna feel a whole lot better. You know, you're kind of cute when you're drunk.
Oh, not drunk. A little tipsy, perhaps, but a long way from drunkenness.
In that case, it's a waste of time my trying to take advantage of you.
Since when did you give up so easily?
Well, I don't want to force myself on you.
Go ahead.
Well, what have we got here? Invitation? Challenge? Threat?
A request.
Oh, well, in that case.
Oh, don't.
I'm sorry, love. I told Bert to call here if there are any important developments. Ah, Scorpio.
Oh, Robert, I hope I didn't wake you.
No,
Oh, I interrupted something?
none of your business.
Well, if you'd like me to call back a little later.
What is it, Bert?
Okay, down to business. You were right. That guy's definitely a junkie. The lab tests confirm it.
Any previous?
No, all I've got here, a couple of minor charges, misdemeanors, nothing of much significance.
So what are you going to do with him?
Well, we booked him. We're holding him downstairs.
Okay, that'll do for the moment. We'll check into it more tomorrow. Listen, grab some sleep. I'll call you.
You too.
Well, our culprit is more or less what he says he is. A common, ordinary, everyday junkie.
Good, we can go to bed then.
Yeah.
Robert?
Yeah, sure. No.
What?
I've got to go back down to headquarters. There's more to this than meets the eye. I've got to talk to this junkie again.
You can't wait until morning?
It could, but I can't. I'm sorry, love. I'll make it up to you.
favorite pair of shoes. Almost.